Everybody. So I want to kind of talk about why it's okay to love baseball again. Baseball had a falling out in the 90s. We all heard about it. You know, there was a lot of talk of drug use and gambling with some of the stars. And it seemed like the country really lost their love for the sport. We've put that stuff behind us now. So I have three main supporting topics that I'm going to bring up. And as I do that, I'm going to create a line on the whiteboard over here. So the first one I want to talk about is actually the primal feeling of belonging that baseball will actually bring to a person, whether you're a player or a fan. So I want everyone to close your eyes and imagine this. Imagine the smell of fresh cut grass, how good it smells and how it makes you feel young again. Now imagine the dirt. Imagine the dirt around you. It's kind of an earthy feeling. It does make you feel like a child, as if you're playing out in the field, you're having a really good time. Now, the next thing I want you to think about is how you're doing all this with your friends. So this really and truly is baseball. Whether you're playing with your friends, you're sitting in the stands, Little League to the Major Leagues. It fills a human need. The next thing I want to talk about is some of the history behind baseball and how the history of baseball is actually tracked along with the history of this country. You know, baseball was invented somewhere back in the 1860s by a guy named Abner Doubleday, who actually swears he never invented the game and that he got it through a mixture of cricket from the British and a game that the Native Americans played in the northern New York area. But he got credited with it anyways, and he got to be a general in an army. And in any case, they built a Hall of Fame where he did it. So as history moved on, there were many instances where this country actually got involved in world events such as world wars, where baseball players actually quit playing the game to go enlist in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and do what they could to really carry forth, an American way of life. Baseball was just a part of it, but they believed in sharing that with the world. So you have everybody from Joe DiMaggio, Jackie Robinson, Tom Snyder, all these guys, they actually quit playing the game to go overseas and fight for their country. I just mentioned Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson also created another major event in our country. He broke through a color barrier that the country had put up everywhere, and including baseball. And the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers at the time decided, I'm going to give this guy a shot. And it turns out Jackie Robinson was one of the greatest players that ever played the game. You want my personal opinion about Jackie Robinson? He was probably the greatest base runner that ever played this game. He actually evolved the game through his base running. The best part, this is my favorite part about baseball, though, is the excitement and passion it brings not only to the players, but to the fans. Has anybody ever been to a Major League Baseball game? Anybody ever been to a Major League Baseball game outside of just Houston, multiple parks? Okay, so I have an experience. I was in the Navy back in the early part of the last decade, and I was actually stationed in Maine. I came back from a long 6-month deployment, and some friends of mine called me up. I've been home 2 days. Says, hey, I got tickets to go see the Red Sox. You want to go? Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I want to go see a baseball game? As it turns out, the Red Sox are the oldest team in the league. They're originally the Cincinnati Red Stockings. They won every game for like 5 years, 6 years. They lose one game, the whole town of Cincinnati decides, we don't want you guys, you're losers. So they kind of said, okay, we get your point. We'll go to Boston, and they've been loved ever since. In any case, during this game, for 9 innings straight, nobody sat down. You could feel the drama in the air as the Red Sox came up to bat, or as the pitching was up there, and you're nervous. You're like, oh my goodness, is the guy from the Oakland A's, is he going to get on base, is he not? Red Sox won that game 9-3. I watched the future Hall of Famer not drive a ball over the Coke bottle over the Green Monster on left field, and another Hall of Famer named Pedro Martinez pitched a gem. So, in conclusion, whether you are watching the game on TV, live, listening on the radio, these emotional feelings of belonging can still happen to you if you allow them to, if you open yourself up to that. Yogi Berra said, baseball is 90% mental. The other half is physical. And I did want to point something out to you, ladies. This also feeds into something everybody loves. A diamond.
Times have changed.
Do you have any questions? No.
You do know that George Emmanuel died, right?
Sorry?
He died,
Joe DiMaggio.
Yes, sir.
He died just a couple of days ago, right?
Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah.
He passed away a few years ago.
No, I'm just, just,
No, he's talking
TV.
about, what's the guy?
There was a broadcaster for the Arizona Diamondbacks who did play back in those.
No,
In that era.
TV yesterday.
Yeah, his name was Joe Goramo. It was an Italian guy. He was a broadcaster. It was no, sir. Joe DiMaggio passed away a few years back.
Anyhow, maybe they were showing the TV on that one, but they were, people yesterday saw on the TV.
There's a good chance that.
Actually, Yogi Berra made that, talking to him, he had some surgery, and then he wasn't playing, he was not playing golf. He said, no, I'm not playing. He said, oh, that's okay. You play well or you don't play. That's another one of Yogi Berra's quotes.
Yeah,
You play very well when you're down, when you're not playing.
I'm a big fan of Yogi Berra's quotes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you currently play? Did you ever play baseball?
I played baseball my whole life. I grew up playing baseball from the first time I remember being probably 3 years old, seeing it on TV. And my dad taking me out in the yard to wiffle ball, being 4 years old and driving that wiffle ball right in between his eyes and knocking him down. But up to this day, I actually coached Little League for a bunch of little ones. And baseball's tradition, you pass it on.
You are coaching them?
Yes, sir. I coach 8-year-olds, 7, 8-year-olds.
Good.
So did you catch the ball that you got in your hand?
No, this is league issue. I hold on to it because it's a really nice feeling of leather and the threading, the stitching in there is really nice and rise.
I got interested in watching baseball because of cricket, because I used to watching cricket back in India.
Mm-hmm.
It's a national game of India. And there we used to quit our colleagues at office and go and watch the game. That's the reason I got interested in baseball here.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people that came from that region of the world, and yeah, including also in the UK where cricket was a big
Yeah,
sport.
cricket is actually starting out in the British, in England, and then it spread all over.
And it's spread. Yeah.
The Commonwealth countries.
There's actually a new movie of Adam Sandler where there's a guy who claims to create the game of baseball, and you'll just have to watch it on Netflix. I'm not going to get into it because it can get a little crude. It is Adam Sandler. But it's huh? Yeah, that one. Yeah, there's a portion of it where creating baseball in the middle of the desert. It's actually pretty funny. Anyone else have any questions? Thank you for your time.
Last tickets?